Welcome back to Holy Land Tour!
Hi guys! We're so excited because today is the first day of the package tour that we booked with Eunoia.
Guess what? We're gonna be crossing the border to pick up a group of Filipino pilgrimage from Jordan.
Ready? Yeah?
Heading to Jordan, honey.
Mukhang may hugot si Bishop. Late kayo.
Better late than never. We're just so happy that we're able to join this Filipino group for 3 days. Now join us as we explore more of the biblical sites. Now on to our first stop, the city of Jericho.
Station is very significant doon sa water na hinil ni Prophet Elisha, yung nilagay niya ng asin.
This place reminds me of another great Bible story, the walls of Jericho, and the story of the healing water, the Elisha spring fountain. 3 lessons that I'd like to share from these 2 stories. First is obedience, the importance of following God's instructions for the Israelites to march around the walls for 7 days. And for Elisha was to throw some salt into the spring to make it fresh and pure again. Second lesson that I've learned is the power of silence. If you backread in the story of Prophet Elisha, he told his people to be quiet. And same goes with Joshua. He commanded his army not to make any noise as they march around the city. Because it is true in our quiet times that we can discern more of God's leading and guidance in our lives. And last is perseverance. Nothing comes easy. Their victory was not a one-day affair.
Yan. So, tignan nyo sa right side ninyo, no? Okay. Ayan, from the Sea of Galilee, parang nagkaroon ng passage dito. Ayan. Ayan. So, that's the beginning ng Jordan River from the Sea of Galilee. Okay, and then it flows going down sa Dead Sea.
Now we're here in the city of Tiberias, the place where Jesus spent most of his time teaching, healing, and also the place where the feeding of the 5,000 people happened. Well, as they say, coming here won't be complete if you don't experience sailing on these ancient Galilee boats. So come on, let's go!
Yay! We can ride on the boat!
Yeah, as you can see, it was really a fun experience, and I actually made a separate video for that, so please do check it out. And guys, do you know that Sea of Galilee is actually not a sea, but rather a lake? And it's the lowest freshwater lake on Earth and the second lowest lake in the world after the Dead Sea. Yes, Dead Sea is technically a lake. By definition, a lake is a body of water that is surrounded by land. And Dead Sea is surrounded by Israel and Jordan. And lake can also be a salt water, thanks to Google. Whoa, we're starving. Time to eat! And since we're here in Galilee, we should try the famous St. Peter's fish, or tilapia. Tadan!
Wow! Kawayo ano?
Totoo yung chismis, guys. Iba yung lasa ng tilapia dito. Kasi walang sausawan. Wala siyang lasa, guys. Siyempre, iba pa rin talaga pag lutong Pinoy. O, diba? Now on to the next stop.
We're going to where, Kuya?
Capernaum.
Turn one.
We're here in where are we? Where are we, honey?
Capernaum,
Capernaum.
the town of Jesus.
Hello. Water there.
So ano yung pinaka-importante dito sa Capernaum? Point of interest. Very famous ang Capernaum sa maraming miracle na ginawa ng Panginoon Kristo. And primarily, where is the place? In the synagogue. So yung nakikita nyo na ruins doon, okay? So that is a synagogue way back in the late 4th century AD. So yung And then yung nakasulat doon.
The book of Mark chapter 1 verses 21 to 28, it tells us the story of how Jesus drives out an impure spirit. And it actually happened here in this synagogue.
Jesus was born in Bethlehem, brought up in Nazareth, and preached in Jerusalem. But it was the significant Galilean ministry years which he spent in Capernaum and where he performed many of his miracles. Capernaum became his home, and the Bible calls it Jesus' own city.
Is that the original one? It's down there. See, look at, yeah, that's the house. They just put structure on top of it, but this is the house.
Down below was the house of Saint Peter.
Can I drop them out?
Okay.
Not here.
Galilee is famous as the place where Jesus did his 3 years of ministry and where so many Bible stories were set. In Matthew 4 verse 18, we read that Jesus, as he walks by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brothers, Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen.
And the last stop of today's tour is ta-da! The wedding church of Cana. To make this trip even more special and memorable, we celebrated our 10th year wedding anniversary and we renewed our vows. But it will be in a separate vlog. So that's it for today, guys. See you on our next vlog. Trip to
Jerusalem.
Now finally we can rest. Wow, such a long day.
Wow. Be quiet.
Say goodnight.
Keep with me, Mom.